Hey everybody, Pierre Quinn here, and I teach leaders like you how to courageously begin the journey to personal and professional transformation. And in this video, I want to share with you some of the lessons that I learned by posting one video to YouTube every single day for a month. Well, almost. So, let's go. Before we jump deeper into the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you could be one of the first to know whenever I release a new video. So way back in the beginning of the month, I joined the July Creators Challenge. And the purpose of the July Creators Challenge was to post one video to YouTube every day for the month of July. And I almost made it. I almost posted every day. And I know in some cases almost doesn't count, but in this regard, it does. In fact, this is the 31st video that I've posted to YouTube in the month of July. When I started the July Creators Challenge, the purpose was to reconnect with my audience and to put out more content relative to helping you become a better leader. And 31 days later, when we look at the numbers, here's how things turned out. Over the course of 31 days, I've added 20 YouTube subscribers to my channel. Now, I know by all YouTube standards, this is absolutely nothing. It doesn't deserve any time. It's not going to get me invited to speak at any social media summits or conferences. I'm not going to be interviewed about my growth, but recognizing your progress is a key to learning. Now, to be completely honest, it was never on my list to be an influencer in 30 days. It was never on my list to wildly grow my YouTube channel in 30 days. What I did want to focus on was consistently putting out content. And I'm proud to say that I've been able to do that. So if you subscribed anytime during this challenge, I want to thank you so much for joining me. And if you've been hanging out with me for a while, thank you for the continued support. Over the course of this 31 days, there were some things that I learned about life, about leadership, about YouTube, and I want to share them with you. And this isn't meant to be a guide on anything. Well, unless it's a how-to guide on adding 20 subscribers in 31 days, but nobody's going to watch that, right? I want to give a shout out to each and every person who has joined the July Creator Challenge in some form or fashion. If you were blogging, if you were vlogging, if you were taking pictures on Instagram, whatever you were doing, if you did it one day, if you did it 31 days, if you did it 31 times, however many times you participated, thank you so much for putting your content out there for the world to see. Now, here are a few things that I learned from this experience. Number one, no matter what it is, you need to respect the rules. Now, I'll be completely honest. I don't like the YouTube rules. I don't like the YouTube algorithm. I don't like having to look up keywords and trending topics. But here's the thing. I don't make the platform. I don't make the rules. But in order for me to have any impact, I need to learn the rules and I need to be able to respect the rules. Now, this varies depending on your topic, depending on who you are, but there are rules to the game. And you can hate the rules all you want to. You don't have to like them at all. I'm learning if I want to be successful, I have to learn the rules. I have to learn how to navigate the rules, and I have to learn how to leverage the rules to be successful. So whatever your industry is, ask yourself, do you know the rules to the game? Do you know the rules to engagement? And the faster you learn the rules and the better you can leverage the rules, the more successful you'll be. And you don't have to like the rules to do it. The second thing that I've learned about this experience is that originality can be found in the arrangement. There were some times that I really struggled, even with video prompts, on what to record a video about. Now, some of the most popular videos on YouTube are reaction videos. People reacting, people responding to other people's content. And the creative part is how they express themselves. So there were a few times during the course of this challenge where I really didn't focus on being a creator. I focused on being a curator. Museums don't really create anything except for maybe the things in the gift shop with their name on it. In most cases, a museum is just curating, just bringing together things that have already been created, just bringing together things that are already out there. And the creativity is found in how they arrange those things throughout the museum. So for one of my videos, I took some video clips from people who I was trying to inform you, my audience, about their platform. So I just shared a clip of their talk. So you don't always have to be new. You don't have to always be original. Sometimes the creativity is found in how you arrange the things that are at your disposal. Another insight I gained from this July Creators Challenge was I need to maintain a grocery store mindset. Now, here's what derails a lot of us, not just in YouTube or content creation, but in all of our responsibilities, and especially as leaders. Sometimes we tell ourselves we can't do something because somebody else is already doing it. We can't create a product because somebody else is already doing it. We can't go into a different industry because someone else is already doing it. I need you to keep the grocery store mindset. Now, the next time you're in the grocery store, and you can pick any product to do this with, but the next time you're in the grocery store, go down the salad dressing aisle and look at how many companies put out ranch dressing. There are a lot of companies that put out ranch dressing, and no one says, I don't want my product on the shelves because someone else's product is already on the shelves. We think because other people are talking about leadership, or other people are talking about mental health, or other people are talking about relationship, or other people are talking about finance, that we shouldn't do it because it's already saturated. I remember not too long ago, I was going out to lunch with someone and I was listening in on the conversation of the people next to us. Now, I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but they were talking loud. And the gentleman mentioned the name of a very famous author. And the person across the table responded by saying, "Who is that?" I was dumbfounded. I mean, how could they not know who this person is? But that told me, as much as people are famous, as much as people are well known, as much as their influence saturates a market, there are always gaps. Another way of saying it, there's always space for your message. You just have to be willing to position it so that other people can pick up on it. Here's another thing that I learned during this July Creators Challenge. You have to be willing to give something up. No matter what the goal is, no matter what the mark is, no matter the direction that you're trying to go, you got to be willing to give something up. There were times when there was a show I wanted to watch, but my video wasn't done, so I didn't watch the show. There were phone calls that had to wait. There were emails that had to wait. There were other things that had to wait until I finished my assignment for the project every single day. And I didn't finish it every single day. There were a couple of times where I was thrown off, but I kept going. And I did not spend time wallowing in all of the things that I messed up on. In the days that I didn't quite make the mark, I said, what am I going to give up today in order to get this video done? Sometimes we don't find success because we have not identified the things that we're willing to sacrifice in order for us to get there. Here's another thing that I'll share from my experience in the July Creators Challenge, and that's simply, you have to set realistic expectations. You got to set realistic expectations. Now, I didn't put ad spend behind my YouTube channel. I didn't do any of the marketing things that you can buy and have people do for you. I didn't look up a lot of tips or tricks or insights or things to do to really put some energy behind my YouTube channel. I just pretty much recorded videos and uploaded them. I could not expect to grow by leaps and bounds if I did not do certain things. You have to set realistic expectations for what you're trying to do. If you haven't worked out and you say, I'm gonna work out every day for 30 days, what are realistic expectations of what your body is going to look like? If you haven't played basketball in years, like I talk about in my previous video, and you say, I'm gonna play basketball every day for 30 days, what are realistic expectations related to your performance after the end of that 30 days? If you've never traded stocks before and you say, I'm going to work on trading stocks every day for 30 days, what's a realistic expectation for that outcome? And some of us, when we don't see monumental transformation after 30 days, like they tell us in the promotions, like we see on the infomercials, in the same way it captures our attention when we're looking at ads, when we don't see that amazing transformation, we give up on the journey. So 20 subscribers later, I'm not stopping this YouTube journey. In fact, I'm going to review what's happened over the past 31 days and use it to tweak, use it to ask more questions, use it to strategize, because I want to continue to provide content for emerging leaders like you. And I also want to have some reference points. So when people ask, can I give a virtual keynote? Can I communicate with an audience over video? I want to be able to point them to several of these videos as evidence of my work. So I want to hear about you. What's a challenge that you've joined recently, and what was the outcome after 30 days? And if you haven't joined a challenge recently, what's a challenge you're looking to join or looking to start? And what's your expectation for the outcome? And remember, If you don't put the work in, if you don't put the time in, if you don't put the effort in, you can't expect any results. But if you do put the work in, if you do put the time in, if you do put the effort in, even if the results aren't what you intended, you will always learn something as a part of the journey. So until next time.